Alright, now both the stage 6 and 7, the final two stages for this Project Impulse, are unlocked since I fell behind. So let's see if we can wrap this up for extra, I guess, 10 gold, 5 per stage. Alright, stage 6, fresh air. Alright. Had the technology analyzed, we can see the performance profile of our electric car. High power but low speed. Super responsive and pretty light. Quite similar to open-wheelers. Alright, so it looks like we're gonna be in Spain, Catalonia. And we're gonna be racing against some open-wheelers, so maybe some Caterhams and aerials, maybe. Of course, KTM Expo. Alright, so it's going to be a Grand Prix Cup race. There are going to be 5 goals for stage 6. We got 3 laps at the Grand Prix circuit. Let's see how this goes. And it is going to be a full grid of 22 cars. Lots of expos, looks like. Alright, so we got a couple of aerial atoms as well. Those two are kind of slow, aren't they? And having a little bit of a traffic jam here. No, not too bad. Oh, I'm just going my own way. Please don't hit me. Man, I can't get enough of these Note 8s, my phone that is, new or wide screen. There's so much you can see even in cockpit view. And considering this is my favorite, I guess, gameplay mode is a cockpit view. Obviously, you know, gives you a little bit closer to the it being a little bit more closer to the simulation, right? Considering the platform that it's presented in, which is you know, on a phone. But the main drawback with the cockpit view, of course, is the limited vision. Obviously, if you're in the car, you see a lot more than what you can see through a tiny phone screen. But the fact that the Note 8 has such a wide angle, what they call the infinity screen, I gotta say, not to sound like a fanboy here, but this is quite nice. I can't get enough of this. Really liking this cockpit view. Like when I'm playing on the tablet, I only have iPads for tablets, so, and performance-wise, iPads usually run smoother, but you know, I know it's a bigger screen, but the screen aspect ratio always drove me nuts on iPad because it's more square than rectangular. If you know what I mean. On this, and Android devices always were more rectangular than square, if you know what I mean. The screen aspect ratio is generally wider. So when you're playing these kind of games, you know, it's handy to be able to see more to the side. And I feel like with the infinity screen or infinity display, I feel like I actually see more than what I normally used to be able to see on my previous phones that I've used. Let's see, I have used S7 Edge before this one, which did have a pretty large screen as well. And before that, I had to use S6 for a while because my prior phone, which was my first phone, the Note 2, just died after many years of use. So, and yes, the Note 2 had its own share of problems, but the whole form factor of the stylus and all that, I did, I mean, if nothing else, because there's no other phone that provided that kind of feature, you know, my options were pretty much made, you know, the choice was made for me, since Samsung Note series is the only phone that offers that kind of features. So if anybody else offered similar features, would I have made gotten myself a different phone? Very possibly, but it is what it is. But the point I'm trying to make is I'm not necessarily promoting a particular phone manufacturer here, since I don't really have allegiance to any particular corporation. But I am quite satisfied with the screen, if nothing else, and the, you know, CPU is obviously pretty good as well, so it performs without any glitch here. Boy, this is a long race, isn't it? You know, allows us to have a little bit of chat here. Utterly unrelated. Well, I'd like to think it's somewhat related to Real Racing 3, since I'm talking about the amount of things I can see from the cockpit view on this current device that I'm using. So also notice that the Expo has no driver in the back, in the rearview mirror. It's driven by a vampire. You cannot see their reflection, or something along that line, right? Those are the vampires. I don't know. I don't know my, I guess, ghosts or undeads. Alright, showing up a little late there, Eric, but better late than never, right, as they say.